My favorite part of the camp was being able to see the kids that I've seen before at previous camps. I was able to see how much they've matured and how they've grown in Christ.
My favorite part was definitely getting to know each child.
My favorite part of the camp was getting to build relationships with the Albanians, not necessarily through words, but just through being with them and showing them that I love them.
My favorite part of the camp was watching God's ministry thrive. I think seeing how powerful this group of people was fantastic.
My favorite part of the camp was being able to just make relationships with the students, and the conversations we had with the students was amazing. There were a lot of students who got saved.
My favorite part of the camp was just seeing God working through all these students and just seeing how amazing it was that so many of them turned to Christ.
I think one of the major ways God worked through me is just planting seeds. None of the kids that I talked to came to Christ this week.
This week, man, God really used me through a lot of conversation. I had more one-on-ones than I could count, and the relationships I made were all centered around Christ. Got to see a lot of people saved, got to talk a lot about the gospel, ask a lot of good questions.
I really focused on relying on God to just use me, and I feel like because I just knew that it was Him working through me, God gave me the words to say to students and the verses that I needed to pull up to students.
I think He uses me differently than a lot of other people. I'm more of the guy that the Albanians come to for comfort, for someone that they trust. You know, they just come to me just to talk to me.
I think God was using me as maybe not the centerpiece in conversations and talking to the Albanians, but I really think He gave me the role of preparing them and letting them know that we love them and we care about them so much that they can talk to us.
God really just used me in just teaching me how to speak the gospel to these students and just to love on them and to be there with them and just share His love with them.
He gave me the questions to ask. He showed me where to go. He directed me who to pick to get to know, even probably kids I would have never grabbed had He not directed me to them.
It's really important to share the problems you're going through at camp while you're at camp with the other teammates, because they can't help you, because most of the time they're going through the same thing that you're going through as well.
You have to give everything to God. You can't leave anything in yourself. You can't hold back. You have to trust Him and have all your faith in Him so He can work through you and to really demonstrate His love to the Albanians.
For God, who said, "Let light shine out of darkness," made His light shine in our hearts to give us the light of the knowledge of God's glory displayed in the face of Christ.